Now on Denver 7, apartments flooding over and over.
It comes up, starts making its way over here, and then just, ricochets through the apartment.
Tenants are fed up, saying management isn't helping. Now they're reaching out to Contact Denver 7 for help.
They said they don't know what the issue is. This is like an older building, but they really don't know.
Plus, a popular annual cycling event is shutting down after this year. Why organizers say it's just too dangerous.
It's frightening. It's just, you just always have to be aware, look over your shoulder, and the speeds now are just out of control. It's just frightening.
Thank you for watching Denver 7 News at 5. I'm CB Cotton.
And I am Brian Wang. We start tonight with a nightmare situation for some residents at a North Glen apartment complex. Many residents reaching out to Contact Denver 7 saying their apartments have been flooding for some time.
Yeah, Denver 7's Patrick Perez spoke to tenants there who say there seems to be no easy solution.
This is what several residents at Keystone Apartments in North Glen say they've had to live with for months on multiple occasions. Water coming up through a drain, flooding their apartments and damaging their belongings.
And then it comes up, starts making its way over here, and then just, ricochets through the apartment.
For Bryce Mizrahi, the problem started just a few months after moving here nearly a year ago. He believes it's happened 6 or 7 times.
They said they don't know what the issue is, but it could be faulty piping from the previous people before. This is like an older building, but they really don't know.
While maintenance crews have come by each time to help remove the water and try to find a solution, Bryce says property management has not been too helpful.
I haven't gotten an email other than saying sorry about what can we do to help, if we can relocate you, anything would be good at this point.
It's a complaint his next door neighbor Max Oldham shares. He moved in here about 3 months ago and his apartment has already flooded 3 times.
It seeps through my wall into the bedroom and will actually go into the walk-in closet as well. And then they have since replaced the carpet 3 times with that because each time the padding does get soaked.
He says responses from managers have been few and far in between. He's now in the process of transferring to another apartment.
It's a little bit nerve-wracking to kind of talk about it, but I think people have the right to know. I think people deserve to know.
Bryce is planning to move out within the next week, and now he wants to warn others.
Look again, even if it's a little bit more expensive, this is not worth it.
Patrick Perez, Denver 7.
Man, what a situation to be in, Patrick. Thank you. Now, we reached out to Mission Rock Residential, the group that manages the apartment complex. So far, no response.
And chaos erupting in the parking lot of an Aurora nightclub. Aurora police say just before 1:30 this morning, as an armed security guard took 2 people out of the Cazadores bar and nightclub, a fight broke out in the parking lot. That's when Isaiah Vargas, who was just escorted out of the club, fired a gun. The security guard fired back, striking the man. Vargas has been charged with first-degree attempted assault and menacing.
Search crews have found human remains in Clear Creek County. The sheriff's office says the discovery was made yesterday in the Miners Candle area. The remains have been handed over to the coroner's office for identification. Back in February, a woman went missing in that exact area, but it's still unclear if the remains are hers.
Now to an update on the deadly crash that closed South Broadway for several hours in the Inglewood neighborhood yesterday. Police say they identified the driver as 20-year-old Edwin Solano from Thornton. Solano fled the scene of the crash and a warrant has been issued for his arrest. If you have any information on his whereabouts, call the Inglewood Police Department.
After 3 decades, organizers of a popular cycling event in Castle Rock say this year will be its last. Denver 7's Christian Lopez explains why organizers are pumping the brakes.
A beloved Castle Rock tradition has reached its finish line. Bob Shaver has participated in the event since it started back in 1987.
And it is sad to see this be the last one.
Organizer Scott Olmsted says it has to do with the town's rapid growth and challenges with traffic and construction.
We've decided to kind of be a little bit forward thinking with all the congestion to kind of sunset it.
The growth is tough, especially for somebody that's spent their whole life living here. It's real problematic because our infrastructure was not prepared for it. It's also people aren't used to cyclists maybe.
The current population in Castle Rock is around 80,000 people right now. That is 8 times larger than it was when the event started 35 years ago.
We've been super happy working with Castle Rock and Douglas County over the years. You know, it's bittersweet to kind of close it down.
Bob says he takes all of the precautions as a cyclist, but there's always a concern. He and some of his friends have been hit by cars before.
It's frightening. It's just, you just always have to be aware, look over your shoulder. And the speeds now are just out of control. It's just frightening. Everybody's in this huge hurry.
The event has run its course. Organizers now looking at less congested areas to host a brand new event in the future.
But we are excited to kind of venture out and try something new and revamp the event and get people back out on bikes.
In Castle Rock, Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Christian, thank you. All right, now to a traffic alert here in the Denver Metro. US 6 will be closed overnight between I-70 and CR 119 for the next few nights. That closure will start tonight at 8 and end at 5 a.m. Monday morning. It will close again at 8 p.m. Monday night and reopen at 5 on Tuesday morning. CDOT will also close US 6 Tuesday night, but only between CR 93 and 119.
And today, the Jefferson County Library Association is holding its Spring 2022 Whale of a Used book sale. The sale is taking place at the Jeffco Fairgrounds in Golden. There you'll find 3 exhibit halls filled with used books, comics, vinyl records, and more. The money raised will support the library's many free community programs.
We raise money to support special programs at our Jefferson County Public Libraries, like STEM programs for teens and tweens, programs for early childhood literacy, and the annual summer reading program that's also called the Library Summer Challenge.
And Denver 7 is a proud partner of the Whale of a Used book sale. It's part of our Denver 7 Read to Lead initiative, which works to develop partnerships, programs, and initiatives that increase access to books and encourage reading.
Very important. All right, now to the Avs, who pulled off a big win last night against Edmonton in Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. They beat the Oilers 4-2 and are up 3-0 in the series, and that means they need just one more win against Edmonton to reach the Stanley Cup Finals, and I know that's what we all want. Game 4 will be played in Edmonton tomorrow night. It will also be shown on the Jumbotron at Ball Arena. You can get tickets from Ticketmaster.
From the ice to the hardwood, the NBA Finals are right here on Denver 7 tonight. All eyes will be on San Francisco as the Golden State Warriors take on the Boston Celtics in Game 2 of the Finals. Coverage starts directly after this show at 5:30.
And this is supposed to be a very exciting game. You got yellow on. Is this going for the Warriors?
Well, I mean,
here?
we're close to the Warriors, so yeah, that's what I'm rooting for.
I got the Warriors too. All right, still to come, Bitcoin seems to be everywhere these days, and the same could be said about scammers. The new warning regarding cryptocurrency fraud.
And we're taking a closer look at the Avs' big win against the Oilers last night. We'll have all the highlights and more coming up later in sports.
I'm meteorologist Stacey Donaldson. Strong thunderstorms across the eastern plains, even a tornado warning here north of Lamar, and a severe thunderstorm warning as well, with some hail included in that storm cell. We'll talk more about whether or not we'll see some of that in Denver coming up.